Hey everyone, Kyle once again. Welcome back to the next episode review of Chainsaw Man, episode 5. And once again, awesome episode. Although this one was not action packed at all. Though it was more of another slow burn, kind of build up kind of episode. So it wasn't action packed at all, but it was still a very fun episode because more with Denji, where. Okay, how it picks up from the last episode left off, where Power kept her end of the deal. Takes him to the bathroom, so she can keep her promise. So, hey, you kill the devil, you get and get my cat back. You get 3 squeezes on on her chest, right? So he does though. But the thing is though, he ends up being just kind of disappointed because. When he's doing it, those what are they called, bra pads or breast pads, whatever they call it, they fall out, and he does do it again though, but he was like overall disappointed. You guys like like that face the whole time, and once again they're just driving Aki nuts, which I kind of feel bad for the guy, and. Because they're having two brainiacs, not brainiacs, idiots, you can say, living in his place, and I felt bad for Aki. And then to the point where Denji is doing like paperwork, and Makima that tell him this and this, and then he's asking, why you have that face, and as Denji's telling how he was one of the things he wanted so badly, he was ended up being disappointed, and but then of course with Makima being as because she is very manipulative. That's where her main trait is as a character in the show is she's very a manipulative person, and. She ends up putting Denji's hand on hers, right, and then kind of like filming with his with his thumb sort of like that, and feeling what the hand is or touching the face or ear, right, and thing is she kind of basically she just offers her body to him. If she doesn't complete this one, if she tells him to complete this one thing, then basically I'm yours to do what you wish. And so, what is that she wants Denji to go take out this devil called the Gun Devil, which is very interesting because how the way they describe how this thing is, because once again very intimidating. Kind of devil, like how the previous episodes she said how she describes devil, like if it's like a coffee devil, right, harmless, right, well if it's something more like a car devil, a little more dangerous because you get run over, right, but if it's something like Denji, like a chainsaw, right, more devastating, right, so same thing with with this gun devil, right, and which describes it interesting how she describes it, and because this is a very powerful one that no one has ever defeated before, and then it shows trace amounts of it from this flesh, it's basically all a bunch of crumpled up bullets, kind of like magnetized. If you let it go, it'll stick to it like it's magnetized, right? And as I said, little bits of devils have taken pieces of its flesh, and it's saying that maybe she says that she thinks that Denji can beat it, right? Which she doesn't say he would be able to beat. He says she thinks he might because of him, right? So she's not certain that Denji might be able to beat him. So that's why she says she thinks. So and that's basically the one deal. If she basically does defeat this, like I said, she offers her body to him because that was one because Denji, because he was very disappointed how with power, but here, of course, being the hormonal guy he is, well, like I said, he was a nothing guy, so this is the one thing he really wants in life. being disappointed the first time, but now you could probably get like a redeeming reward, you know. But the thing is, though, like I said, no one's ever been able to defeat this thing because this like first time it showed up in America. Now no one doesn't know where it is, and we get a flashback to basically it was like what Aki it was Aki when he was a boy, and how his family got blown away because it was like in the snow, and then he's looking at his house. All of a sudden, boom! His house gets like blown away, right? Like it was like swept by a tornado. It was like. Pfft. So it's like shows how powerful this whole gun demon is, this gun devil, you say, and so now they have their So now they're taking the Aki's gonna lead this group of with Power, Denji, and then these other rookies, right, to this old abandoned hotel. Well, it doesn't look old because it's not decrepit. It looks new from the inside. So this hotel, because they have like one of the bullets from the gun devil, since like be magnetized, it'll have a reaction to see if it's strong enough to sense it. And and then Denji and Power, there's like, you know, being out of the R, and because the whole time that what they did with Aki as a place was a prank. So I guess at the start of this episode was like a prank to them, but Denji does not find it very funny because he's pretty much a humorless guy. Or like what Woody Harrelson said to Josh Brolin in No Country for Old Men, how he describes Anton Chigurh is like, well, let's just say he doesn't have a sense of humor. That's what I kind of describe Aki. You know, he doesn't have a sense of humor. But the thing is, I felt bad for the guy because, you know, how the two are giving him so much crap in his own apartment. So he's kind of like a fire fiddler, just looking at these two immature children. So, and then this other rookie with an eye patch, you know, saying that because how Denji what he wants, right, is to cop another feel again. What's her name? I forgot how to pronounce her name again, but this rookie, let's say she has this one eye patch, saying, "Oh, well, if that's the case, if we kill this thing, I give you a kiss on the cheek." And Denji's like, kisses like that don't interest me. It's like full on touch on sex coverage. That's basically what it is for me. Oh, but then she gets it more interesting. It's like, okay, how about this? I'll give you a kiss with a little tongue. And he goes like, oh, and he goes charge again, like, I mean, Denji, our guy Denji, he's just so hilarious. I mean, just a little something like that just arouse him. He's like, okay, I'm gonna get some after I do this, you know. Denji, he's such a great character. And then we get a flashback to with that girl with the eye patch, standing over this graveyard, but putting flowers from this grave, which supposedly said is her sixth partner that died, and Aki's been chosen as her next partner. And she says that describes all the partners she has that died were all useless to her. So she goes and tells Aki, "Don't die on me." She said that in the flashback to him, and now she's saying to him now. So, and so they're in the hotel. One of the doors open, and then just one of them just like, this devil just appeared. This like creepy looking devil, look at a head with like little hands on its head, creepy looking devil, and just kind of like rises up and then charges at them, and then Power takes her power out and just cuts the whole thing in half easily. But I say, oh, why it floats? And it's like, no, it doesn't float because I made it float. What's her name with the eye patch? She made a contract with a ghost devil. So basically, she gave one of her eyes up. Why she wears this? Because she gave her right eye Yeah, she gave her right eye up to get the contract this power of this ghost devil, which means her right hand or arm, she can make things like she made that thing rise up and then pull forward and just go and just hold it in place while she power cut it, right? So she can just make like shortly afterwards, she used that ghost arm to choke power. Like we see the manifest of the ghost arm choking her, but what power's seeing, there's nothing there for her. It's like a ghost arm. So what's her name? Her Hermione. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing her name. The eye patch girl. So she can conjure up a ghost arm. That's her power. So, and then they get the creepy aspect where you think it's kind of like, well, I would say not. It's not like The Shining because this part never happened in The Shining though, but. They're in a hotel, and this is getting that little horror vibe to it, where kind of reminds me of The Shining because it's in a hotel, right? The Shining, but where the other rookie, this one guy, where he sees the number floor, right? They're on the 8th floor, which he thought they should be on the 9th floor. So he goes back downstairs, but then they see him already up on the next staircase. So obviously something is playing that when he goes back down there, he's already up there, which you've seen done a lot of times before, where they go like if you go this way, that you end up being that way. So it's kind of like that, right? So something very fishy is going on, and it ends with this one other rookie girl being totally scared, she's looking like she's about to piss herself. So you get that, it's starting to get that little horror vibe, like The Shining. For me, it feels like The Shining, because they're in a hotel, and then all of a sudden this fishy weird thing is about to happen, So and that's when the episode there ends, and it ends with this another really cool ending song, which like I said, each of these ending songs have been really good, which I like, which I've been liking, for this series. So each end of each episode is doing each different ending song with even just a different style of animation, right? So, which is really cool and interesting for this series. And I definitely like this one. I think the best one I've seen or heard listened to, what was it, episode 3? I think it was. Episode 3 was the last episode. No, I think it was the last episode where that last OP ending was like the song, also the animation that was totally like on power, right? So, yeah, that was the last episode, the last ending song. But yeah, I know, like I said, this didn't have there wasn't any action in this episode, but we got a lot of like funny character moments, and like I said with Denji, how he got so disappointed about feeling a girl's chest for the first time, and being disappointed, but when you bring in manipulative Makima in there, basically offering her body to him, while at the same time describing this interesting devil called the Gun Devil. So if he can beat who she thinks he may beat, and if he does, she offers her body to him. Anything that he wishes, but that's basically the one thing he wants, because that's the one thing in life he really dreams of at this moment. So. Yeah, but the Gun Devil sounds pretty interesting to see, and then we get with the other moments, like with Aki, like the little flashback where his family got blown away, and then that one of the rookie partner, how she met him as her next partner. So, and like I said, how it ending was with that hotel with that little freaky little devil thing, and how with that girl, the eye patch girl, if I give her name right, so. With her contract with a power with a ghost devil. And then ending with that kind of like gives like that Shining vibe to it, The one guy going down the stairs, but he ends up on top of the next stairs, Really gets that horror vibe to it. For what you were, that was my phone that was ringing. So if you heard that ring, that was my phone here. I was getting a call, so, but But yeah, I thought it was another very slow burning build, more character build up moment, especially a lot of humorous moments as well. And like I said, Aki kind of feeling bad for the guy, you know, just deal put with two idiots in an apartment, you know. And I guess that one prank that was not funny for him. So, but I said, oh, if they misbehave, we'll just kill them anyway. But yeah, so. But I'm looking for if we do see the Gun Devil, I wonder what kind of a design it will be. So, well, I wanted to see what kind of design. Was it gonna look like? Is it gonna look like kind of like look like a devil with many guns, or whatever? I don't know. But I'm interested to see how that Gun Devil will see, and yeah, and hopefully we'll see maybe if that Denji does beat the thing, maybe he'll finally get his basically his one-on-one with Makima. But like, she's only doing that because she's a very manipulative person, you know. Like she's a villain, but because she's a villain by her manipulative is. But you know, the ones like the pulling the strings, you know. But I like Makima. She's a very interesting character, you know. So, but we'll see how it goes on the rest of it. But that's episode 5 of Chainsaw Man. Not like I said, not action, but it's really good, like more slow build up episode. But yeah. But like I said, this has been a really awesome series so far. So. Like I said, the only one that can just this is right below is Spy Family. That's the only two best ones. Like Spy Family is still pretty much the number one for me, but Chainsaw Man is very, very, very close second. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review, and we'll see you next time. Later.